What if I told you that the only barrier between you and your dreams is your belief in yourself? That's right, the key to unlocking your full potential and achieving success might just be your own self-belief. Imagine for a moment a world where the power of belief is harnessed to its fullest. A world where every individual believes in their own capacity to create change, to make a difference, and to reach the heights of their own potential. That world is not a distant utopia, but a reality that can be actualized through the power of self-belief. In our journey through life, we come across countless hurdles and obstacles. Some are tangible, like financial constraints or physical limitations. Others, however, are intangible, often residing within us. Among these, self-doubt and a lack of belief in our own abilities can be the most formidable. Yet it is precisely these internal barriers that hold the keys to our greatest achievements. When we believe in ourselves, we unlock a power within us that can overcome any obstacle, tangible or intangible. This belief gives us the courage to take risks, to step out of our comfort zones, to test our limits, and to persist in the face of adversity. It is the fuel that drives our determination, our resilience, and our will to succeed. But self-belief is not a trait that we are born with. It is a skill that we cultivate and nurture over a lifetime. It requires practice, patience, and perseverance. It is an ongoing journey, not a destination. The power of belief is not just about thinking positively or visualizing success. It is about cultivating a deep and unwavering confidence in our own abilities, in our own potential. It is about truly knowing that we are capable, that we are deserving, and that we are enough. So, let's embark on this journey together. A journey of self-discovery and self-belief. A journey that can transform our lives and the world around us. Because in the end, the power of belief can move mountains, open doors, and transform lives. Now, I want you to imagine a young boy deemed too difficult to educate by his school, who went on to change the world. This boy was Thomas Alva Edison, born in the winter of 1847 in the sleepy town of Milan, Ohio. Young Thomas was a curious child, always asking questions, always seeking answers. Yet his curiosity was often misunderstood. His teachers found him too inquisitive, too challenging to handle. Eventually they labelled him as unteachable and sent him home. Imagine being 7 years old and being told you were too difficult to educate. Most children would be crushed, but not Thomas. He had an unwavering belief in himself. He knew he could learn. He knew he could achieve. And so his education didn't end, it merely changed course. Edison's mother, a former school teacher, took charge of his studies. Under her guidance, he devoured books, soaking up knowledge like a sponge. This was the beginning of a lifelong love for learning. Now, fast forward to Edison as a young man. His self-belief had already led him to a string of successful inventions, like the quadruplex telegraph. Yet, he was on the cusp of something even more extraordinary. He had a vision to create a practical, affordable electric light that could replace gas lamps and candles. But his idea was met with widespread skepticism. People laughed, called it Edison's folly. Yet Edison believed in his vision. He believed in himself. For over a year, Edison and his team worked tirelessly, experimenting with thousands of different materials in search of the perfect filament. They faced countless failures, thousands of rejections. But Edison's self-belief was unshakable. He famously said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." And then, on a cold night in late 1879, after countless trials and errors, Edison finally found success. He'd created a practical light bulb that could burn for over 13 hours. His belief in himself, his tenacity in the face of failure, had paid off. Edison's light bulb revolutionized the world, bringing light into the darkness, changing the way we live and work. But his inventions didn't stop there. He went on to create the phonograph, the motion picture camera, and many other devices that have shaped our world. Yet his journey was not an easy one. It was a path fraught with failures, rejections, and ridicule. But through it all, Edison's self-belief never wavered. He believed in his abilities, in his ideas. He believed in the face of skepticism, in the face of failure. He believed when no one else did. And because of that belief, he transformed the world. Edison once said, "If we did all the things we're capable of, we would literally astound ourselves." He lived by these words, pushing boundaries, challenging norms, believing in his potential to make a difference. From a difficult child to a world-renowned inventor, Edison's story is a testament to the power of self-belief. His life is a reminder that no obstacle is insurmountable, no dream too big, if you have the courage to believe in yourself. But how does self-belief work, you may ask? Well, let's delve into the fascinating world of psychology and neuroscience to answer that very question. First off, we must understand the concept of self-efficacy, a term coined by psychologist Albert Bandura. It refers to the belief in our ability to succeed in specific situations or accomplish a task. It's our self-confidence in the face of challenges, and it plays a major role in how we approach goals, tasks, and challenges. Now imagine standing on the edge of a cliff, preparing to dive into the sparkling water below. If you believe you can make the dive, you're more likely to take the plunge. If you doubt your ability, you're likely to back away. This is self-efficacy in action. It can be the difference between taking a risk that could lead to success or shying away from it. Research shows that individuals with high self-efficacy are more likely to set challenging goals, persist in the face of adversity, and bounce back from failure more quickly. They are also less prone to stress and depression. But where does this belief come from? It's actually rooted in our brain's reward system. When we believe in ourselves and then achieve our goals, our brain releases feel-good neurotransmitters like dopamine. This not only makes us feel happy, but also motivates us to repeat the behavior, further strengthening our self-belief. Now, let's talk about another intriguing concept, the placebo effect. This is a phenomenon where a person's symptoms can be alleviated by an otherwise ineffective treatment, simply because they believe the treatment will work. In one study, participants were given sugar pills and told they were receiving pain medication. Astonishingly, many reported a reduction in pain, demonstrating the power of belief. This is the placebo effect in action. And it's not just about physical symptoms. Studies have also shown that the placebo effect can boost confidence and performance. So, what does this all mean? Essentially, our brains are wired to reward belief in ourselves. When we believe we can do something, our brains not only motivate us to act, but also reward us when we succeed. This creates a positive feedback loop that can lead to further success. On the flip side, if we don't believe in ourselves, we're less likely to take action. And even if we do, we're less likely to perceive it as a success. This can create a negative feedback loop that can hinder our progress and undermine our happiness. So self-belief isn't just a feel-good concept. It's a powerful tool that can shape our future. And it's not just about positive thinking. It's about believing in your skills, your abilities, your potential, and then taking action accordingly. So when we talk about the power of self-belief, we're not just spouting motivational fluff, we're discussing a real, tangible, scientifically backed phenomenon that can have a profound impact on our lives. Belief in oneself isn't just motivational fluff, it's backed by science. So how do we cultivate this powerful belief in ourselves? Let's journey together along the pathway of developing self-belief. As we venture, bear in mind that the journey to self-belief is as crucial as the destination. It's a continuous process, a road that winds and bends with peaks and troughs, but one that ultimately leads to success. Picture a garden in your mind. To grow vibrant, flourishing flowers, you need to water them, provide sunlight, and remove any weeds that may hinder their growth. Similarly, self-belief is like a garden. It needs to be nurtured, tended to, and occasionally pruned to allow for new growth. Firstly, let's talk about setting achievable goals. Goals are the seeds we plant in our garden of self-belief. They provide a clear direction, a purpose, a reason to get up in the morning. However, it's essential to set goals that are achievable. Setting unrealistic goals is like expecting a seedling to bloom overnight. It's simply not possible. Be patient with yourself. Break down larger goals into smaller, bite-sized tasks. Celebrate each achievement, no matter how small. Each small victory is a stepping stone towards your larger goals, and each step strengthens your belief in yourself. The next strategy is practicing positive self-talk. How we speak to ourselves matters. Our words have power, and they can either build us up or break us down. Positive self-talk is like the water and sunlight that nourish the plants in our garden. It involves replacing negative thoughts with positive affirmations. It's about acknowledging our strengths, our achievements, and our worth. Remember, the words you tell yourself are the ones you start to believe. Now, let's discuss one of the most potent fertilizers for self-belief: embracing failure. Failure, as daunting as it sounds, is not the end. It's merely a detour, a bump on the road. It's a learning opportunity, a chance to grow, to improve, to become stronger. Each time you fail, you learn something new about yourself, about your resilience, your tenacity, and your ability to bounce back. Embrace failure, learn from your mistakes, and use them as stepping stones towards success. In the garden of self-belief, weeds inevitably sprout. These weeds can be doubts, fears, or negative influences. It's essential to regularly weed out these unwanted guests. Surround yourself with positivity, with people who uplift you, who believe in you, who encourage you to believe in yourself. Don't let the weeds of doubt choke your budding self-belief. Lastly, remember to be kind to yourself. Cultivating self-belief is a journey, and every journey has its ups and downs. It's okay to have bad days. It's okay to feel down sometimes. What's important is that you don't stay down. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going. The road to self-belief is not a straight line. It's a winding path with twists and turns. But remember, it's the journey that shapes us, that strengthens our belief in ourselves. So keep setting achievable goals. Keep practicing positive self-talk. Embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Weed out doubts and fears. Be kind to yourself. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. We're all travelers on the road to self-belief, each at our own pace, each with our own unique experiences. Building self-belief is a journey, not a destination. Every step you take towards believing in yourself is a step towards success. So take that step today, and every day after that, and watch your garden of self-belief bloom into a beautiful, vibrant, flourishing garden of success. So, what happens when we believe in ourselves? A subtle yet profound transformation begins to take place. A transformation that starts from within and radiates outward, influencing every aspect of our lives. The first manifestation of this transformation is increased resilience. When we believe in ourselves, we are better equipped to face life's challenges head-on. We become like the mighty oak tree that stands firm in the face of the strongest storm, bending but never breaking. Self-belief also leads to improved performance. It's like having your own personal cheerleader, constantly whispering in your ear, "You can do it." This inner cheerleader gives us the confidence to take on tasks we previously thought were beyond our capabilities. We start setting higher goals, pushing our boundaries, and achieving what we once thought was impossible. The fear of failure no longer holds us back, for we know that even if we stumble, we have the strength to get back up and try again. But perhaps the most profound impact of self-belief is the heightened satisfaction with life. When we believe in ourselves, we start seeing the world through a lens of possibilities rather than limitations. We become more optimistic, more hopeful, and more content. We stop comparing ourselves to others and start appreciating our unique journey. We start celebrating our victories, no matter how small they may be. We find joy in the process of growth and self-discovery, and life becomes a beautiful adventure. In essence, self-belief is the key that unlocks our full potential. It's the fuel that drives us to explore, to create, to innovate, and to overcome. It's the force that propels us forward in the face of adversity. It's the light that guides us through the darkest tunnels and leads us towards a brighter future. When you believe in yourself, you open up a world of possibilities, so what are you waiting for?